Hello, this is the news broadcasting from Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of January 29, the Steering Committee for Disease Prevention and Control of Tay Ninh Province held an online conference on the prevention and control of Covid-19. Mr. Dương Văn Thắng, Vice Chairman of Tay Ninh Provincial People's Committee, chaired the conference.
Up to now, Tay Ninh Province has basically controlled the COVID-19 pandemic, but facing a complicated disease development in Hải Dương and Quảng Ninh provinces, the provincial authorities have also required tracing of cases returning from the epidemic areas, according to the urgent notification of the Ministry of Health. Mr. Dương Văn Thắng requested all departments, branches and localities to learn from the experience, absolutely not to be objective or neglectful. After being instructed by Provincial People's Committee, localities have quickly reviewed and firmly grasped the number of the people returning from epidemic areas. Most of them did not have the close contact but have been mobilized to self-isolate at home and monitor their health. The localities have also strengthened facilities and human resources in the new isolated area, ready to accept those who enter Vietnam and need to isolate during the upcoming Lunar New Year Eve. In order that the people of Tay Ninh Province can welcome a happy, warm and healthy New Year, it's very important for localities to urgently deploy the direction of Provincial Steering Committee. It is not only our responsibility but also the responsibility of the entire political system to ensure that the locals here can welcome the Tet holidays. We must do it well, do it synchronously, urgently and actively, but we also have to be very calm to respond to it. Localities in the province should also strengthen propaganda and implement the measures featuring 5 key in Vietnamese of the Ministry of Health, namely face mask, disinfection, distance, no gathering, and health declaration, asking the people to reactivate or quickly download the Blue Zone application to their phones, applying for carrying out the inspection and sanctioning of violations of wearing masks in public places and in the production and sales of masks.
In the morning of January 29, the Provincial Youth Union, Vietnam Youth Union of Tay Ninh Province, coordinated with the 2nd Emulation Cluster of Ho Chi Minh City Youth Union, organized activities within the framework of the Spring Volunteer Campaign 2021. The delegation visited and gave gifts to militia and border posts participating in the prevention and control of COVID-19 pandemic on the borderline of Trang Bàng Town and Bến Cầu District. At its destination, the delegation was informed about the situation of direct combat readiness, the material and spiritual life of the officials and soldiers. They kindly asked about the health of officials and soldiers, encouraged their spirits, and presented gifts to send young people's hearts toward the anti-epidemic front line. On this occasion, the delegation also visited and offered incense to commemorate President Ho Chi Minh and heroes and martyrs at the Ho Chi Minh City Youth Volunteer Memorial Area in Long Phuc Commune of Bến Cầu District.
Improving the party leadership's ruling and fighting capacity is one of the general development goals identified during the 13th conference term of the party. The conference also determined to continue building a clean, strong and comprehensive party and political system, consolidating the people's confidence in the party, the state and the social system, arousing aspiration for the development of a prosperous and happy country, promoting the will and strength of great national unity combined with the power of the terms, promoting comprehensively and synchronously the renovation, industrialization and modernization, building and firmly protecting the fatherland, maintaining a peaceful and stable environment, striving for the mid-21st century, Vietnam will become a developed, socialist-oriented country.
Ladies and gentlemen, in order to bring our country into a new stage of development, the political report submitted to the 13th Congress of the Communist Party of Vietnam offers 6 key tasks and 3 breakthroughs, in which the breakthroughs in terms of human resources was concerned by many delegates. Striving for the mid-21st century, Vietnam will become a developed socialist-oriented country. This is the aspiration and the goal of the whole nation. To contribute to this outcome, aside from arousing aspirations for the national development, many delegates said that human resource development is a very essential breakthrough in the current context.
For the echo of our country's intelligence to the world, it is the key point to the 13 National Party Congress. And with the responsibilities of universities, especially in innovation, the human development strategy is becoming an extremely important content, and it creates a social inspiration, creates a social highlight, and becomes a strong driving force for the country. Training high-quality human resources for the development of Vietnam in the coming time, especially in the field of education, it is necessary to emphasize general education and higher education in order to train high-quality human resources to serve socio-economic development in all fields of Vietnam in the time to come.
Affirming that there is no investment that brings many benefits, such as investment in education and training, creating a premise for the development of the country. So the delegates participating in the Congress emphasized that education should be seen as an area that needs strong innovation.
Investment in education is an investment in development. The product of education is human, so the delegates expect that in the coming time our country should have an appropriate investment to develop proper education, especially training and educating human personalities so that the young generation of Vietnam are ready to be useful citizens, ready to be the true future owners of the country.
To arouse the spirit of creativity, it's necessary to encourage young people to propose ideas, initiatives, solutions, especially those with knowledge content, applying high technology in the implementation of professional tasks, scientific research, and in all fields of life.
I think every young Vietnamese must be aware of his or her responsibility and try to study and practice, work and accumulate sufficient skills to become a global citizen. The Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Unions and other Vietnamese youth organizations will accompany young people to fully equip with skills, knowledge and methods to prepare for the process of deep integration in the world.
Human resource development and innovation have been identified as one of the strategic breakthroughs during this term that will create a strong movement in the quality of human resources in the coming years. Now we come with other news. Completing detailed allocation of capital construction investment right at the beginning of the year is an important task that the Tay Ninh Provincial People's Committee has assigned to the Department of Planning and Investment, Department of Construction and Investors to coordinate to implement on schedule and accelerate disbursement of capital construction investment by 2021.
The total capital construction investment in 2021 is more than 4,500 billion Vietnam dong, in which the total construction investment capital from the provincial budget according to the resolution of Provincial People's Council is nearly 3.44 trillion Vietnam dong and more than 1,114 trillion Vietnam dong of the central budget's capital. Tay Ninh Provincial People's Committee has directed investors to urgently coordinate with the Department of Planning and Investment to complete detailed distribution of construction investment capital in 2021 right from the beginning of the year for transition projects. Continue to complete investment procedures for new construction projects in 2021 according to regulations, and complete investment policies proposal report and send it to the Department of Planning and Investment no later than March the 15th of 2021 for appraisals and submission to competent authorities for approval.
For a long time, growing marigold flower has become a profession that brings stable income to the people in Hiep Tan ward of Hoa Tan Town. The people here plant marigolds for sale all year round, but that holiday is the main season. These days, the growers here are always busy with the flower fields to take care of and prepare to harvest. Ms. Nguyễn Thị Thu Ba, one of the oldest flower growers here, said that it takes from 75 to 80 days after planting the seeds for the marigolds to flower. Each year, her family grows from 5 to 6 crops with an income of 7 to 8 million Vietnam dong. To serve this year's flower market, her family sold more than 1,000 square meters of plant of chrysanthemum and marigold. Currently, the weather is very changeable, but the marigolds are still growing well. On that holiday, the flower price may increase slightly, so many marigold growers are even more excited. Although it can't compete with many other flowers, marigold growers still live by flower growing, because when that holiday comes, apart from many other blooming flowers, marigolds are still chosen by many families to display in their house and make offerings on the ancestors' altar. That's all for today, TTV News. Thanks for watching and see you next time.